Hello everyone, you are watching Xinhua Live. I'm Zhang Yichi with China's Xinhua News Agency. Here we are at the Hong Kong Palace Museum in China's Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Chinese painting and calligraphy are among the oldest artistic traditions in the world. And today we are offered a very special opportunity to appreciate some of the renowned masterpieces in Chinese painting and calligraphy. Today we are very honored to have Dr. Jiang Fangting, a researcher from the Hong Kong Palace Museum, introduce us to these fantastic artworks. Nice to meet you, Dr. Jiang.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to our gallery.
First, could you give us a brief introduction of this gallery?
Yeah, thank you. Gallery 8 is one of the two special galleries in our museum. The opening exhibition here is the making of masterpieces, the Chinese painting and calligraphy from the Palace Museum.
So this gallery features a lot of Chinese paintings and calligraphy, and these treasures are mostly from the Palace Museum collection in Beijing.
Yes, this exhibition is strongly supported by the Palace Museum. We had selected 13 pieces of artworks from their collections.
So I've learned that this is the first rotation of this exhibition. So all these artworks, as we learned, they are on display for less than a month. So why is this exhibition are so time limited?
Yes, as we know, even though the Palace Museum has a very rich and diverse collection of Chinese painting and calligraphy, but the early paintings from the Jing, Tang, Song, Yuan dynasty are very rare, and these works are very sensitive to the environment. So in order to protect them, we have divided all these artworks into 3 rotations. Each rotation will last only 1 month.
So it's a very rare opportunity for our audience and viewers to appreciate this well-preserved artworks from the ancient time.
Yes.
So could you introduce the first artworks of our gallery?
Yes. Now we have 10 artworks shown in the galleries now. They are from the rotation 1. This is the painting from Emperor Huizong of Song dynasty. We know Emperor Huizong, he is a very talented calligraphy and painter of the Northern Song. And he is very famous for his birds and flowers paintings, but this is the only landscape paintings that are associated with Huizong. So this is very rare.
So we have the name of Huizong in these paintings.
Not Huizong's name, but Huizong's signature and his calligraphy. And also, after this painting, we can see a calligraph. After this painting, we can see a colophon by the Grand Chancellor of the Northern Song, Cai Jing. He is also a very famous calligraphy in Chinese history. And in this colophon, he praised Huizong's painting. And from this work and this calligraphy and this painting, we can understand the relationship between the emperor and the Cai Jing.
So Huizong is a famous emperor. He's a famous emperor, but also famous for his splendid techniques in paintings and calligraphy.
Yes.
So our exhibition is full of beautiful forms of arts, but also with a lot of historical stories and in-depth meanings of history.
Yes, we can know all the histories from the colophons and the artworks itself.
So now we have seen very long paintings. So what's the story behind this painting?
This is the longest painting in our gallery. This painting is by the Southern Song painter Zhao Fu. We didn't know much about Zhao Fu. We only know that he was a painter, lived in Zhenjiang, today's Zhenjiang city in Jiangsu province. He's near the Yangtze River, so he can observe the view of the Changjiang River, so he can paint the rivers and waves very good. So this painting is all about the scenery of along the Yangtze River. And this is the only painting have the signature of Zhao Fu.
So it's very rare to have this seal of the painters on these paintings.
Yes.
So here, can we have a close shot of the side of the waves?
You can see the waves, and also the signature of.
That's the signature of Zhao Fu,
Yeah,
the
that's
painter.
the signature of Zhao Fu and his seals.
So what is special with these techniques of painting all these waves? We found these waves are very special in traditional Chinese painting.
Yes, the painting only use the ink and brush works and no color to express the wave. So it is very special and interesting skills in Chinese art.
So Chinese painters only use ink and brush to.
Not all the painters, but this is the special skills of Chinese painting.
Okay. So this is a special technique and
Yes.
features of this painting.
Yes.
Thank you. Dr. Zhang, so how many artworks are presented in this first rotation of this exhibition?
There will be 10 artworks on show now in this gallery. Actually, we will have 10. All the 13 pieces of artworks have been divided into 3 rotations. Each rotation will show 10 of them.
I see. So what is special with this painting and calligraphy?
And this calligraphy is written in running script. It is by the most famous Northern Song calligraphy Mi Fu. Mi Fu was very interested in collecting stones, and this calligraphy was about stones of hymns. And this stones was once collected by the ruler of the Southern Tang Dynasty, Li Yu, and we can feel the excitement of the Mi Fu's feelings from this calligraphy. We can feel the excitement of Mi Fu's feelings from this calligraphy.
So we can see here is the stones collected by Mi Fu.
Not actually, this painting is not by Mi Fu himself, but it is created by later painters, based on the calligraphy and the description of the stone.
Oh, so this is another feature of traditional Chinese painting and calligraphy, because the later artists or scholars, they will add their understanding and description to the former artworks.
Yes, this is very interesting this is a very interesting elements of Chinese painting and calligraphy, because later collectors or scholars will recreate some elements to add it to the original works.
Okay, it must takes us a lot of efforts to preserve all these rare treasures in paintings and calligraphy. So what is special with this showcase of our museum?
Yes, as I have mentioned before, all the paintings from the Jingtang Songyuan dynasties are very rare. So, and they are very sensitive to the environment. We need to control the temperature, light, and the humidity of the whole gallery. And the showcase, we use the showcase not only to display the artworks, but also protect them. You can see there is a little data logger inside the showcase, and it will and we can read the data from this logger so that we can adjust all the temperature and the humidity from inside this showcase.
We know there must be some subject for all these paintings. And as we learned, many Chinese paintings, they focus on the subject of landscape.
Yes.
And sceneries.
Yes, and we can see from the Yuan dynasty paintings, there are not only landscapes but also the bamboo and the rocks. the horses and different materials, different themes.
Oh, here we found these paintings are very special with the former one because it has a lot of bright colors. So
Yes.
can you introduce us to these paintings?
This painting was by the most famous painter of Yuan Dynasty, Zhao Mengfu. From this painting, we can find that the painter painted a horse and a man rode the horse, and this theme actually is from the Tang Dynasty. It is a motif from the Tang Dynasty, and the landscape was painted by the scales of blue and green landscape scales, and this is also from the Tang and Song dynasties. So the painter Zhao Mengfu from Yuan Dynasty was using this painting to revival his the painting skills from Song and Yuan from Song and Tang
From Song and Tang Dynasty. Yeah. So in Tang Dynasty, painters they have a fairy taste to paint paintings with subject of horse. So this painting is a revival of this old subject.
Yes, and we will show you the last painting of our gallery, the Four Purities by Yuan Dynasty's painter Li Kan. The four purities means bamboo, rocks, and orchid, and wutong trees. In Chinese art, people often use these kind of purities to present the high quality of a gentleman. So in this painting, the painter only used ink and brushwork to express the four purities.
So in ancient Chinese paintings, all these subjects, this plant, bamboo, and other things, they are not only for artists to draw them on paper, but the artists also want to reflect some nature of humans, nature of life with this subject, right?
Yes, this is the most important difference between Chinese painting, Chinese art, and Western art, I think, because painters of China usually use paintings to express their inner heart rather than describe the shape of the objects.
So that's the very unique feature of Chinese painting compared to the Western styles of art.
Yes.
So as an expert, Dr. Zhang, I know maybe many of our audience, they are encounter Chinese painting and calligraphy for the first time. So as an expert, in your opinion, how to appreciate Chinese painting and calligraphy?
From my opinion, I think first of all we can pay attention to their themes. For example, this painting is about the four purities, and the four purities is about what is about the themes. And second, we can appreciate their painting skills. Did they use colors or only ink and brushworks, or other skills? And finally, if you are really interested in Chinese painting, you can pay attention to the colophons and all the seals from this painting, because all the inscriptions and seals can give us a lot of informations.
So there are a lot of elements besides painting, like seals and the history stories behind the paintings that we can appreciate through this whole form of artworks.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Zhang. Finally, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for helping us type into this world of Chinese painting and calligraphy. And we believe our audience will have a broader vision of Chinese history, because these paintings and calligraphy, they are a very important symbol of Chinese culture and civilization. And hope you enjoy our show. See you next time.